Hey guys, good morning.
Hey mate.
How are we doing? Oh, wrong screen. There we go.
Howdy-ho.
Hey, how are ya?
Good. How you going?
Good, man. Opened up the charts and the moves happened. Asian session's on fire. Far out.
I enjoyed your trade analysis from last night. I got to watch that this morning.
Oh, good one. That's good to hear.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, yesterday was a good move. It was just a bit annoying. It took 2 goes to get into it. But after that, yeah, just
good
played out. And then we were saying afterwards, any sort of sweeps of a session low to get in long. So NAS was a bit of a pain. Over here, this was the pain. So thankfully I avoided a lot of the pain because of Maddie's immunizations. So the timing actually worked in my favor. So we had obviously we had the push with the London Open. Okay, oops. Okay, we had the push to the London Open. Then late London, it started to pull back, and then New York swept the lows. Price pushed up, and then we had NYSE come in at this candle. This is NYSE candle, the big one. Pushed up, swept into this area. Obviously had like a fair bit of reaction. Price pushed down, swept the New York low, the current New York low at that time. Took out pre-London. Oh no, I think pre-London. No, pre-London hadn't been taken. Let's have a look. This was pre-London. Yeah, it hadn't been taken. So pushed up, took out the London low, then came down pre-London low and took out the current New York low. Created a new low, and this is where I missed. Oh, what's this? London 50%. Oh, okay, excellent. Then price. This is, I think Russ, you were saying that you found it difficult to get into a position because price came down, gave like a good little push, and then it ripped down a second time, and then it pushed up.
I don't know why. I got a few entries, and then it just kept coming back down. I was moving stop to break even, and it just kept coming down and hitting it.
Fair. So I missed because I was walking to the GP practice at this time. So because her immunization was at 3:40, so we were walking, and then we got there a little bit early, and I got into the trade on this candle here when I was sitting in the waiting room. I saw it push down, came up, pushed down again, and then pushed up, and then it created that little support. And I was like, oh, beauty. So that was where I got in, targeted London high. And then, yeah, we went, did a couple like grocery shopping on the way back, and then it triggered as I was walking in the front door, the take profit.
Yeah, nice.
So thankfully I avoided this chop, because this could have, actually in hindsight it looks good. It looks like a really nice little sweep with these lows, but on my phone, I would have found that difficult to got on because of the screen size. But on the computer, it actually looks quite clean, taking out this low of the day, and then giving a nice strong rejection.
It was that first rejection. That first London rejection, I didn't think it was going to come back down below it again. Was the problem?
Yeah. But you got was it Dow you took?
Yeah, I ended up on the Dow.
Yeah, they all started moving similar. So Dow was much cleaner, wasn't it? So it didn't actually break any of these lows. It just drifted.
That second lift, and it took it up 40.
Good one. So I was kind of wanting to hold NAS for longer, because I was thinking that I've been saying all week that I'm bullish, and look what's happened since the start of the week. It's just been on fire. really correcting this whole move, this profit-taking move for the start of the year. But the carry for NAS is insane. So it's really hard to hold trades overnight.
Yeah, right.
Like if I had...
Must feel good though, Hayden, just taking a trade in the waiting room and then going shopping and looking at your phone and going, oh, yeah, that
yeah.
worked out right.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do that if you've got a buyer set already from the morning. That's the main thing, though. So, like, looking at the chart without having any sort of analysis, unless I did it in the morning, it's hard to like just find something on the phone. But if you know your levels, then it's good.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah, mate.
just whack your 15-minute chart on for that exact same time frame you were looking at taking that trade. That was a beautiful setup on the 15.
Yeah, this candle.
Well, yeah, when that candle had closed, that's beautiful entry for the next candle. Retested these lows and closed above them.
Yeah, it was a beautiful move. It went a lot further than that I felt comfortable holding. Yeah, so the carry trade, to give you some context, the carry trade. What am I on? Oh, that's not too bad there. Did you see the carry trade price for Alpha?
No.
It's crazy, man. It's ridiculous. So for Pepperstone, it's good. It's no problem. For prop accounts, though, it's insane. So they said it. So the carry trade for Alpha, for every lot that you're holding, and they do 0.1 as a minimum step. Okay, so swap long, $435 for the swap.
Per lot.
Per lot.
Yeah.
To hold overnight. That's crazy, man. I've never seen anything that high.
Those only work when you're shorting a currency that works in your favor.
It depends on what your account's funded in. So sometimes it's going to be positive, sometimes it's going to be negative, depending if it's long or short.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When all negative.
Yeah, when all interest rates are low, there's no problem. There's no dramas. But now that interest rates is quite a high differential in US and like yen, so the carry trade is expensive, man. It really, especially when on Wednesdays it's 3 times, because Wednesday's the weekend day, the 3-day swap for a lot of these pairs. All right, hey John, happy New Year to you as well, mate. Lead left hand, good morning. Anyway, we've got 15 minutes, so let's see what we can pull from this. At the moment, the trend's just strong. So start with the daily. We've got CPI today as well, actually. I should not fail to mention that. So Forex Factory, we've got no real news for this session. We're gonna have to, we haven't really had a lot of news in the London session this whole week, so the next couple of weeks I think it's all going to be condensed. But we've got the big one. We've got the big CPI. So what they're forecasting is no real change. So energy prices have come down a bit. So that's what kind of led to the faster decline in the CPI print. And now we're starting to anniversary a lot of the faster drops. What I mean by that is looking at month on month, where we had last year, when we started having like, you know, pretty significant increases. Now we're starting to anniversary it all. So we're starting to get much smaller numbers. So it's going to be harder to keep on dropping. The one thing that's really propping up a lot of the CPI is the shelter, it's the rent. So kind of need that to not we, doesn't affect us whatsoever, but for inflation to come down, there's not a whole lot of more room that it can continue to drop with wages high. You need the rental to slip to really push down some of these to get them down to the target. Anyway, it's neither here or there. It's going to be a volatile event whatsoever, especially if it comes down. The stocks don't care anymore about CPI. Inflation is sort of coming down. It's trending the right way. I don't think it's going to actually change the trend. I think stocks will look past CPI inflation, but still, it's going to create a candle like this. But I don't think it's going to change the trend. I don't think one CPI print will change the bigger picture. But it will create volatility at the time. So I won't be holding any trades during the CPI. Maybe I'll trade the news or pick up the crumbs after the news. But I don't want to hold any trades going into CPI necessarily, because I'm not sure if they'll survive it no matter where they are. But we'll try to get some trades for the London session. At the moment, we're just looking bullish, yeah? All stocks are just, the big seven that are really just dragging everything up. All performing well, except for Tesla. Tesla's quite a bit off its highs. Tesla's quite a bit off its highs. But you look at Microsoft, they're about to overtake Apple as the most expensive company. Again, most valuable company. Not expensive, valuable. Microsoft's high. Amazon's pushing. Apple's struggling a bit with its phone, but they're starting to recover. I think there's a new headset that they're releasing. Nvidia is at all-time highs, just breaking up. I don't have Google on here or Meta, but tech stocks are dragging everything up. The technology sector's on fire.
I think Tesla looks like it's a converging triangle.
Tesla's the most shortest stock in the world, I believe.
It's a massive, it's pennant or whatever you call it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. So where we're going to go with German? I was hoping to not wake up with a bullish run like this. Kind of feel like we missed a lot of the move. But I think unless we get, maybe Asian 50%. That's where I was kind of planning if we were going to get any sells for, oh no, it's for NAS, wasn't it? I was planning a monthly level rejection. So that kind of is in line with what I'm thinking. 4 hour chart. We've got this wick to fill. I can't see why we don't get up there. It's just how long it takes. Probably could be by Friday. If the CPI prints low, we could be hitting this.
Is that a monthly level there, Hayden?
The black one.
That black one?
Yeah, it's monthly. It's last month's close.
Yeah, it just lines up with the New York high from London high from yesterday. Spit my words out.
Yeah, mate, get it out. Okay, so what I want to see is I want to see yesterday's move repeated, which is this one. I don't think we're going to have a significant drop, but I would like to see at least some buyers get rinsed before continuing up. Hey Jasmine, good morning. So what I mean by that is we want to see a high printed. Let's have a little look. So the high printed, price come down, create a support, price push up, fail to break a high, come down to an area, gives another support, and then go from there. So that's what I want to see. I don't like trading when we look at price, how it is now. I don't like trading when you've got such a clean trend line. And maybe this is the sweep. Maybe that's the push up. That's the down. That's the little support. And then this is the buyer's trap. Price can come down. Asian 50% right there. Yeah, I think this is going to be a wait and see job.
Have a look on the hourly, Hayden. We've just filled that. Oh, just shimmy across just a little bit. Scale it. There we go. We've just filled this gap.
This one here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said there's still gaps to the top side, and I think it's going to be bullish, but yeah, a pullback would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be an easy one when it's... But I'd like to see some pullback. Asian 50% is H1 FVG. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. We are looking at this level. Especially the monthly level being there. But when everything's looking so bullish, that's when it's so easy to buy the high and does a little pullback. And this is where it's like trying to maintain good risk reward. This is where it's difficult to, you know, it would make sense just to buy and then set a really wide stop loss and then just let it take its form. But that's not going to be very profitable for this session to do that. So going to wait for price action to give me a clean entry. That's going to involve a pullback. That's going to involve, yeah, I think this area. If we can get something here and we can get like a bullish, strong price action from this level, go long.
On my feed, Hayden, that big candle and the fair value gap you've got there,
yeah,
it's an imbalance candle on my feed.
Yeah, it looks...
It's got my attention on a 30-minute. Yeah.
Looks pretty close to an imbalance. We've got another one underneath it. So
Yep.
I'd like to see it sweep some of Asian liquidity. What was the Asian session wrap? Looks like the Japanese stocks. Did I see that correct? 1.17%. They've been on fire this week as well. Absolutely booming. All stocks have been bullish. Even gold. Stuck in that range. But this 2020 is proving difficult to break. I was hoping we were going to be pushing up to 2050 yesterday. It got as high as 2040 after we closed the stream, and then it had a heavy rejection. Alright, where was I? Let's read this first before... Oh, look at the trade... Geez. Aussie trade balance. Forecast of 7.5 billion. There's nearly a 50% miss. That's pretty big.
Sorry, was that in the trading balance was against us?
No. Positive.
Was it? Okay.
It's not a... Like, here's red folder on Financial Juice. On Forex Factory, it's yellow. So, it's... But look at the... Like, that's a big miss. It's kind of in line with... Oh no, that's a big miss. Alright. So, Financial Juice.
The Albanese government will be holding that one to pump up their chests, I reckon.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the Asian session wrap.
Sorry. This chat are nice, but sometimes
Nothing really significant to look at. All right. So go to all chart view. Is Samir here? Oh, there he is.
Hi, Hayden.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Where you been?
I took some pause in holidays.
Yeah.
That's why. So it will now.
Okay.
I'm restarting now.
Okay, cool. Good to see you. Still waiting for everyone else to come back as well. So a lot of people away. Maybe next week. Okay. Alright, this is the level I've got my eyes on. This Asia 50%. London high. That was Samir, Rob, not actually.
Close.
All right. Well, we've got 2 minutes 18. Let's see where the initial volume is going to push price to. I would like to see some reaction here, even if it's just going to be back up to 16,800. It could be a quick one. Just bear in mind as well, something, even if we see a candle like coming down like this and then push on the, be on the lower time frame, and then something like that. If I see something like that, I'll look to enter on the pullback. Something that a few people have alerted me to is this kind of candle formation. Okay, 40 seconds. Nice one, gyro. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping to guess my monthly levels down here. I want to see it sweep through this. This is kind of like my first structure. And then want it to come down and sort of react from my second structure. Hopefully. Okay, this is the open. $30-minute candle. Sorry, the 1 hour candle actually ended up closing quite strong. Okay, let's see if we can push lower. Jim, is this a 2 candle LQC? Or do you need to combine these two?
No, the EMAs are in the wrong place as well, so it wouldn't show on mine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is a 2 candle FU.
All right, so we push down to this level. Now, I want to see a reaction. I want to see that kind of formation that I drew. There's a lot of bearish pressure with this initial open, so I don't want to catch a falling knife, but I'm aware that it could be a quick one. So I would like to see a candle closure. I really don't want to see. The worst thing it's going to be is if it's just like a needle drop and then it closes bullish, because there's going to be a bloody big candle. It's going to be hard for me to get on to that trade. But it's in that zone. This is where we're flagging. This red zone was the buy area. Just want to see price action confirm the direction for me. I'm sure there's some cowboys that are in this trade.
Already got a scalp.
Yeah, I knew there's going to be some.
I've got both ways.
You guys are learning from each other.
It's set up. Well, I'll show it later when we're not in the middle of stuff.
Mm-hmm. You got a cowboy pen in limit, lead that fan. I just gotta turn the lights off. Got some sunlight outside. Oh, not sunlight. It's UK. There's no sun here. But it's lighting up.
Alah pun mereka. Oh, ada baru. भरपूर पेशंट असतील. लड्डू बना. आज लवकर झोपायचंय. लवकर झोपायचं. No more than 11.
Okay. Should have seen little Maddie when we first got to Portugal. Squinting at the sun. Not the direct sun, but like squinting, like so bright.
Yeah.
I'm sure she hasn't seen the sunlight in her life till then. Alright, so I'm still waiting. I haven't taken anything yet. Waiting to see what I was describing before. At least some sort of price action from the level. To be a bit more comfortable with the lowers in. I could see a world. I mean, like, if you just got quick fingers, yeah, I mean, that was a nice little 30 pip little reaction from that level. Which is all good. Nothing wrong with those. I'm wondering if we're just going to do that kind of manipulation, and that's what I'm sort of waiting for, just to see if we get that. If I miss the trade, you know, I'm not bothered about missing trades. There's always another bus. I prefer to actually visualize, like for me personally, I like to visualize what I want to see, and then trade it. There are times that the price action creates something. I'm like, oh, wait a second, I'm going to jump on this one. But for my discipline, it's good to visualize the trade, let it play out. If it plays out the way I visualize, execute on it. Not be lured into something by quick candles. But there's nothing wrong if that is a trading style and you're profitable from having those quick fingers. If that's within your ability to do that, then yeah, go for it. I don't want to distract anyone or lead anyone astray as well. The way that if you've got an own idea, this is a marketplace. Okay, buyers and sellers can win in the same market most of the time with these kind of assets. So just make sure like it's easier to manage the trade that you believe in or that you've visualized. I don't want to sway anyone. All right. So only reason I'm not in the trade is just because I haven't seen what I visualized yet. But it doesn't mean that as we know, I'm not right all the time. Okay, so do what feels right for you guys. Also, though, have confidence in your trade. Like, no one needs to be Nostradamus here. So, but if you can call a trade, and you can say this is what you're looking for, and act on it, then that shows real progression. You know, there's nothing wrong with being wrong in the market. But when you're right, it's a chance for glory. Okay. Oh, is Dave here? No, he's not. Dave Hunt's here, but Dave Cox is not.
He's on Discord.
Yeah, he's on Discord, but he's not in here. I just saw.
Messages coming through thick and fast.
Yeah.
He might be on his phone, mate.
Might be watching the YouTube.
Yeah. Still, that still hasn't taken out that imbalance candle in the 5 minutes. There's a few imbalance candles there, so this may still come down that little bit
lower.
Too.
Yeah.
Just feel some of that. Yeah. Even just retest this high.
Yeah. Personally, I'm hoping it comes lower.
Yeah. Yeah, there's confluence down lower, but this reaction was, you would expect a reaction off the London high.
Didn't hit the London high though, but hit the monthly level.
It did on mine.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check that. Oh, mate, if it's missed, it's by a pip.
Aaron Pato, how you doing? You're good. You're good, mate. All right, so this is looking like a strong 3 minute candle now. If this one can close like this, come on, come lower to my level. I don't want to enter here. I was hoping to, like above here is kind of trap territory. So I was hoping to be able to get something from lower to trade up to trap territory and then see if it can continue, but at least take some profit in trap territory. This 16,800 area. Being at 1693, it's a little bit iffy for me. But these two candles, if this one can close, looking like a beauty. .5 minute is closed. We've got a 10-minute candle that's closed now. 10-minute candle, look like a little needle. 15-minute candles. Yeah, this could just go without me.
I've closed my position out at this level, that previous support.
Mm-hmm. What's Naz doing? Nothing. Gold, not doing too much either. Stopped out in your first buy, then entered again. 16,786 down here. It's like it's running nicely. 15 pips in profit at the moment. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, 3-minute candle close, beautiful. These two here. Went in too early in the first one. Did you enter before London Open? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's that tricky time. Tricky time to enter before London Open.
Naked.
All right. So I'm still waiting for this. So I'm still waiting for. Don't know how low this will go though. I'm still waiting for that price action. That'll tell me how low it is if it does follow this pathway. I know there's gonna be people that just want it to see it just drive up.
No. I'm thinking it's going to come back down to here.
To the fair value gap.
Just to give that little bit of a retest of that support.
Yeah.
Just and close somewhere up here, but wick down into it.
If I get at the risk of looking like a goose, if I get a resistance candle here, I'm gonna give this a little go to trade down into this area to go long, and if it stops me out, then I'll give it to the market. But I'm kind of seeing this as a trap territory, and I think this can present a decent risk reward opportunity if it gives a price action. It'll look something like this.
Beautiful. Yeah, I was thinking similar.
But I want to see a little bit of a reaction here. If it doesn't give a reaction, then I won't enter. But I could look like a goose selling something like this high. But I see this as a, man, I don't know why, but I feel after something like this, I feel it's too, I feel like London, there might be a bit more manipulation here for them to get a better price. You know, this is trap territory for me. Because I want to buy low. I don't want to buy high. I think there's more risk reward opportunity from these highs. But importantly, I don't want to miss out on buys just because I'm planning to sell. Buys is my preferred, but I don't like buying this high. Hey Sam, how are you? Are you still in Monday's EU? Yeah, I was wondering how that went. I don't want anyone to get influenced by if you got a buy and bias as well. Like unless we get the price action, there's no sells. There's no sells. But if I get some sort of rejection here, then I'll take a shot. At least get some risk out. But I'll flag it. I'll flag it if I see it. I mean, 2 minutes and 1 minute are looking alright. I prefer a 3 minute. If this candle can close below this grey zone, I'll take the pullback sell. If it can close below that grey zone. 5 minute closed alright. But I want to see this 3 minute. If it doesn't do on this one, then that same idea will just pass on to the next candle. Okay, so that 3 minute did nothing. Hey Don, how are you? German, some good euro correlation, right? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's not as sensitive as, say, like FTSE with the pound. So the correlation with euro is not as strong, but yeah, it's not as strong as some of the other pairs. Because a lot of the companies that make up the German index, say like I think like 4 of the or 5 of the top 11 are car companies. So like Mercedes, VW, BMW, Audi, those cars, if you've got a weak euro, then cars that are sold overseas will have there'll be a higher profits coming back into the Eurozone. But to be honest, most of the biggest market for those car companies will be in Europe themselves. So the euro is kind of like a moot point. More than the other pairs, like FTSE. FTSE is really sensitive to if a weak pound is good for the FTSE. A weak euro doesn't have the same impact on the German. Yeah, German and euro, 76 correlation. So it's obviously that changes over time. 76 is it's positively correlated, but it's not it's not a strong, super strong correlation. It is correlated though. Yeah, German 40 and pound wouldn't have much. Come on. See what I mean? That when I said at the start, it's like trap territory. I didn't. I was talking. I was talking. I was waiting for something to close below here. I do want to see that just drop though. But if it can close below here and give a little retest, then I'll get in. So it's looking like it's about to close. So that's pretty good. If it does a little wick up, I'll get in. What's my bias for the day? Oh, bullish Don. Even though I'm taking like this little counter sell. Bullish is just the move. So much of the move happened already. And I'm looking for this level to be tested before I look for those buys. I see this how it broke down. I'm gonna jump into this one now. Something like that. Yeah, it's pretty much bang on. Bullish, but this is trap territory for me, given how bullish we had been. Like most of the moves happened already, and I feel London is likely it's kind of I could be a goose, and it could just it literally could have this been the liquidity grab and then pushing up, but it wasn't quite at my level, so I still think there's a good chance for it to pull down again, and then I'll look for those longs to go up from this Asian 50%, from this London high from yesterday. This is where I want to see London sort of push down to, and I'm at risk of this. It's not a big position for this sell because I don't want to influence me looking for buys because I'm in this sell. But I see this as a trap territory, and I see this as a decent risk reward potential. Yeah, NAS has been amazing. All equities have been super bullish this whole week, so it's been some really nice moves. See if this one plays out. If it doesn't play out, then yeah, I'll look like a goose. But don't put any, my bias is long, so don't put much risk on it at all. If you're just following it, if you've got the same idea, then go for do what you want with it. But if you're just taking my signal, please don't put much risk on it. 15 minutes looking ripe for buyers to jump in. This is the pullback. Price wicking down, breaking these highs. If we see a rejection, like little by little, the time frames could be shifting to the downside. Or is it just going to keep on powering up? We'll see. Yeah, CPI is the wild card, isn't it? See if there's any headlines. Nothing new. It's very quiet in here. Is everyone concentrated?
Yeah, a lot of concentration.
I tried a couple of sells during the day when I thought it was reversing off levels. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
was the goose twice. So I'm sitting here humbly watching.
All right.
I'm in short.
I get nervous when people are quiet because that's yeah, I mean it should be fixated, but like it's also I think a sign of if you're overly leveraged of stress.
Yep, that's me today.
That was me yesterday. Coming off the back of a very good winning streak, and yeah,
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah. Just when you think you got it, it humbles you.
Yeah, reality is the way of kicking in privates.
Yeah, but you know, like winning rates, I was saying that yesterday. You're still likely, like, you're an amazing trader if you get 70% right with good risk reward. So one result shouldn't worry you or ruin your day. Like how many times have we done these streams when I've had to give things a second chance, taking a loss on the first one, and like if one trade really affected my mindset, if it didn't work out or not. Like I hate taking a loss, and especially in a public forum like this, because I know, like it just, you look like a goose. You feel like a goose.
From a percentage point of view, the loss I had yesterday was minuscule. It was like 0.5%. But because I'd had such a silly run before Christmas, that 0.5% was enough to tip that that challenge over the line and just tapped it out.
Oh yeah.
So I'd been doing micro trades and built it up 0.5% from near closure. But yeah, I just went from micro to miniature. that micro to miniature was enough for it to be yeah, just too much.
That's what gets
all right.
gets you into trouble. It's the leverage, the lot sizes going up too quickly.
I did a very, very, very small increase, but that was enough. Again, I was literally playing with hot coals to start with, so yeah, I just threw a little bit too much petrol on it.
Sure. This looks like it's building and building and building.
Yeah, it's building that trendline support again.
Okay, I don't want to see it go much higher. Otherwise, it's not looking good for this trade. I want to see it break. Come on. Break down.
Similar price action happening on gold. Not identical, but similar. Looking like it wants to pull down a little bit deeper. But again, they're not correlated 100%. So.
Yeah. The annoying thing is like having a bullish bias, but not being able to find. I guess it's trying to be. I don't want to feel like I'm being cheap with it, and just because it's at a high, like it's at a high, it's making highs for a reason, right? Because it's very bullish, but it's something about being difficult to buy the high.
Yeah, knowing the position when you're buying the high.
Yeah, like I want to get in for a longs, but I just don't feel like that's it didn't give me anything. Come on, don't make me look like an idiot. Well, it's about to break the high. It's not what I wanted.
Been generating that liquidity the whole time.
Yeah, London's looking strong. It's about to tap me out.
Now it's up here. There's some clean traffic for.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a bias trap, was it? It was a Hayden trap. Yeah, that's dumb. All right. Oh well.
Strong alley, candle.
Yeah. Should have listened to it. That's all right. Now we've got clean traffic. This is the scary part. I really wanted to see it sort of pull down a little bit deeper, but anyway, congrats to the ones that took a buy win. I didn't lead you guys astray, but the zone was good. It was a bit annoying that it didn't hit my level to get in. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to short again. That's silly.
Maybe this is the buyer's trap now.
Maybe, yeah. People thinking ready for the breakout buys. Yeah,
Haydos, you
German-
just funded the,
go on.
you just funded the sell.
Yeah, maybe I was the liquidity.
It's literally, that's where mine got tapped out yesterday. I closed it there. It wicked up a couple of pips and then came right back down and then took off again.
Mm.
That made me feel like a goose.
Yeah, it's annoying when you get out you get out at the high.
Oh, no. If it wicked 3 pips higher than my stop, I'd be lying. It was almost identical.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing here, is there?
Yeah.
Hayden, last Thursday I got, was it Thursday or Friday? I was with Glenn and Brett, and I got closed out by the margin, and then it went my direction. It's just like,
how's
what
it
can you
do that, eh? How's it know? How does it know where?
Computers, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Bloody computers. Okay, so that's structure here. Yeah, I guess it's. I got no doubt that we're going to be seeing, especially from the way we've got earnings seasons coming up, and it looks like I was reading these reports. I still need to process it properly, but it looks like they've actually. Apparently, it happens quite often that they revise at the start of the quarter. The start of the quarter, they've always got like big expectations of earnings, and that leads to a lot of bullish momentum. And then as price gets as we've got the momentum, as we get closer to the earnings, they start to quietly revise the estimates down and down and down and down and down. It doesn't lead to the market to sell off, but their estimates drop significantly. And then when they post their results, they don't post results as strong as the initial estimates, but stronger than their revised estimates. And they usually, they'll be really bullish at the start, saying like posting massive potential, huge gains this quarter, or like really optimistic. And then they quietly revise it down. And then when they get the estimates, it's usually going to quite comfortably beat, and then they'll see that, be like, oh look, we beat our revised estimates, and that leads to another bullish run, but it was still never as strong as their initial estimates. It's kind of like everyone getting a medal for participation. And that's kind of what's happening, is like there's a case now that the stock market is not overvalued for NAS. There's a case that we're less than one standard deviation above the average, or the norm for growth. And when you look at the VIX here, when this number is low, like if it's under 20 or under 18, typically that's signs of like low fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So below this, the way they calculate is complicated. It's on like it's a volatility fear index. It's calculated by, they've got a way they calculate like put and call options as well. So they can sort of like see for like S&P 500 they can see like how many people are short in the market, how many people are long in the market in an indirect way. But when it's less than like 18, that's usually typical of a bull run. When it's above like say 19, 20-ish, that's typically times of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And you will see like spikes with like, you know, the like conflict, war conflict. You'll see spikes, but if it's under here, typically you're in presence of a bull run. When it gets down below 10, when there's extremely low fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that's usually times of extreme greed. And when there's like times of extreme greed, typically that's a sell signal for indexes. So we are in a bull run. There's no denying that. And we're getting close to forecasting. Oh, sorry, we're getting close to these estimates for earnings seasons, and they're always gonna, generally, they're gonna beat their expectations or be pretty close to their expectations. So it always gives a sign. Rep price can continue this rally. Then they're gonna have the next revised revisions or estimates for the next quarter, but it's hard to short. It's hard to short this market. So I always prefer longs. So the shorts are always like pretty careful with these shorts. It's more of just a play. But sometimes you get a good risk reward. This time didn't work out, you know. So I'm still hopeful that we do get a pullback, because I don't like buying the high. Buying the high I find bloody hard. But if we can get a pullback, or we can get if we push up unrealistically, like if we push up above the typical range, then yeah, I might give it another short opportunity. Ultimately though, I'm hoping we pull back and we get along. But I've got no doubt, the way that this current market is that we're going to be seeing a new all-time high again. Been a pretty bullish day so far. Already, we're only like 45 minutes into London, and today's candle is already bigger than yesterday's.
Essentially no bottom wick. Well, no bottom wick.
No bottom wick, yeah. It's just been straight bullish. So I thought, you know, I thought that was a good opportunity. I'm looking at my wounds from here, so I can't buy the high, and I can't sell. So right now, all I've got to do is wait. We're approaching 80 pips for this London range from low to high. We are at 81 pips. That's a typical London range for the first hour candle. Oh, lead left hand, you're pending, missed by the spread. Yeah, that sucks. That really does suck. Okay. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna give sells another go. Kind of took out the top of that structure. Kind of got a little rejection candle. Cautious though, because it took a loss already on the sell. I want to see if this is going to work out. doesn't work out, then the market was too good for me today. Yeah, we'll see.
Current 50% lines up with the Asian high, very close anyway.
Current, back down to here.
There's some nice 3 and 5 minute candles down there too, like liquidity grab candles.
Yeah, that'd be nice. At least if it shows rejection from this grey zone, this is where you're talking about.
These candles here. Small box.
Just need some momentum to come in now. If we can get some momentum, then we'll probably drop lower than that. One thing that's going to be dangerous is this 30-minute candle or even the hour candle coming to a close, leaving this long wick for the wick fill. That's what I'm cautious of. But if we can see some momentum creep in, start closing through here, then yeah, I'd like to see it pull all the way back, make a new London low. No top wick on this 3-minute candle.
Yeah, yours doesn't have one. Yeah, not mine does.
Can hear you a lot easier today. Have you done something to your computer?
Nothing.
Nothing? You're speaking closer to it?
No, not really. Got the lolly out my mouth.
Come on. Who's in this trade?
Yeah, I've got positions on it.
Yep.
Who's not in this trade? Does anyone disagree with the idea? Or did I lead you guys astray the first one? Don't trust me now.
I'm not in it, but I tried 2 short trades earlier, so I'm just going to sit back.
Uh-huh.
I was in on this candle.
Oh, yeah. It's not a good feeling shorting and losing on a short when it's so obviously bullish, but it's amazing how hard it is to buy something that looks so bullish as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Again, everything comes to risk management.
Yeah, a FTSE long on at the moment, so I couldn't bring myself to go short on DAX while I'm long on FTSE.
Oh yeah? How's that doing? Where's FTSE?
It's just off 680. It's just hanging around. It's not moving. It's just not moving anyway.
All of these, yeah, 5, 10, an hour. I've kind of just slow drift.
Yeah.
You say you're long on this one?
Yeah, I log in from 680.
680. Oh yeah, cool. Bounced off the Asian high. Alright, so German looks like it's coming back to the entry. Gold falling.
Here's your retest.
Yeah, I want to see a rejection from here.
Mm.
If this can give another candle, that looks something like this, it'll be a really good sign for these sells. If I see something like that, I might scale in.
The 1 minute pattern really looks nice. You've had that double top, and just now we've retested our neckline.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it did a lot of this zone is pretty nice. Cautious of second structure bounce that we just had.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
All right, come on. Oh yeah, Jaro got it too stressful. Oh, sorry, leave that fan. I missed that. If price drops like a brick, will your original buy zone still be a buy zone? Yeah, with price action, it will be. Okay, I could. Come on. I'm going to secure at this grey bit. At least I've made back that loss. Yeah. Okay. Secured. Stops our break even. Now I can just let it fly down. That's the signal as soon as I secured. Now it's the time to drop.
Speeds up.
But I made back the loss plus some. Bloody hell, so annoying. How many times it's been? It's the first trade, my first signal. Sometimes it's a dodgy signal, isn't it? The second one, I think we've been so far. It's the second signal has been good, really, really good. The first signal sometimes is a bit dodgy. Like yesterday, the first signal was dodgy, wasn't it?
How many pips you're trying to hold it for?
Yeah, yeah.
Those are good.
The levels are good. It's just the entry sometimes a bit poor. Anyway, had to give it a second chance.
No, it was good. I followed you on the first one, and got it all back, and then some on this one.
Yeah, me too.
But at the end of the day, we pull the triggers, mate. So
Exactly.
no stress.
Yeah. That's the thing. It sucks, sort of
Just
taking a loss in any sort of forum. But you're the masters of your own craft.
and risk management.
Yes, risk management is everything. Literally is absolutely everything. So I say, if you can survive long enough to understand the price action, understand the asset, if you're just following one thing, you can't help but get much, much better. But if you chop change systems constantly and then just over leveraging is the killer.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I didn't expect that imbalance to just get swept up like it did. It just went straight through it in two candles there.
Yeah, I mean, we're 50 pips now. I'm pretty happy with this move. I'm gonna...
Look for the long, maybe.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But I'm securing more here at this
Got
level.
some serious weight behind it now.
Yeah, I was annoyed that I didn't scale in on it. But I was looking for that wick higher and then to break down to scale in, so I missed the scale in opportunity. I'm not looking to buy yet until it gets down here, until I see the right price action. Now, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I think the one thing I missed yesterday when I looked over here was I was looking at recent price action a little bit too much, and I didn't look to the left at the structure. Where was it? Yesterday's move. Oh, here. Remember this? I was talking about this, that I just I didn't really analyze the lower time frames too closely, and this held a lot of weight for the first push. As it pushed up, it rejected price, and then that's where I got in here, and then had to take the second entry. Now it was quite far back when price pushed up into this red zone. I guess I should have spent a little bit more time analyzing over here this structure, because there's no surprise where it reacted from. Okay, price pushed down, little bounce, little resistance, and then nice clean traffic through. So it kind of is clean traffic into here, and I should have waited for a better confirmation from this structure, rather than what I did. What I did was just looking at the recent high. So this bit. So there's no surprise that it pushed up exactly to the top of that structure, and then gave the 5-minute liquidity candle, then take the sell. So this here was just caught in the middle of no man's land. This to me, resistance, this is your support, and then I took the trade right in the center. So I should have waited, should be a bit more patient. That's on me. That first signal, something I need to take more care and look into the left. But we've got a winner, running nicely. So happy days. Yeah, the zones are accurate. Sometimes it's just interpretation, and then pulling the trigger and the timing, which is difficult. Scalping intraday is hard. You know, it's not easy to read the candles and get the timing right. So, you know, ultimately, like, I love seeing price go up, like these stocks, good for the investment portfolio. But in terms of like day trading, which is where like I try make all my income from the trading via the scalping, and then withdrawing the profits to invest into the stock market again. So it's kind of like investing it twice. So I like to see it go up. I don't like to see it go down, because I know, like, over time you want it to keep on going up. But it's hard to constantly buy all the time when you know you get these intraday swings. Anyway, what did you guys learn today? Let's talk about that.
Scaling into your winners.
Yeah, I should have scaled in. I'm a bit annoyed I missed that opportunity.
I started scaling out 50 pips ago. 35 pips ago, but just slowly started closing down some of my positions. Mm-hmm. Overall, did well, but it's come down to my zone that I liked. So anyway, I did expect a bigger reaction off of that mid there, because there's a bit of structure in there.
Well, I thought it could have been the buyer's trap, but it just failed.
Well, this is the pattern I was kind of looking for.
Look at Tom's boom boom. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you've got it still there. I was expecting a reaction off of that zone coming up and then potential push down, not just a straight drop.
Yeah.
Retest support, that one that Tom was saying, and then potential pull out. So instead of buying, but I just scaled out.
Mm-hmm. All right, running at nearly 60 pips. Good one. All right. Well, YouTube, I'm going to wrap it up. My Zoom peoples, stay on. Okay. So YouTube, thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.